Predictions and Prophecies, chapter 9. There has to be balance in all things in life and afterlife, as you know it to be. Everything has to be of an equal balance for all to be well, and those things that are opposite have also to be of equal proportions. Be thankful for those who hurt you and who decry you, for they're the ones who have taught you the most lessons. They are the ones you should thank more than the others who are good to you. Their deeds may well be wrong, but their deeds are also those that help you grow. The one who writes this for us has been used by many and treated very badly by them. But instead of allowing it to hold her back, she has allowed it to make her grow. Her growth has been great due to these lessons, and we are well pleased she has endured it. Her work with us is to be great, and already now we have started with her. This book we write through her is to see many doors open, as our words are read by many who would have once ignored them and walked away. They are now ready to listen and to what we have to say, and say it we will. For you all need to listen in order to grow as she too has done. Not all will have the gifts she has, and yet they seek them everywhere. They go to anyone who makes promises to them and then spend their lives trying to make it happen. We tell you now, no one can force this to happen. We tell you over and over, but many ignore what we say, and this will be at their peril. Balance, my friends, is what is needed. Balance in all things. We talk of good deeds, and yet those that are bad also have to happen to make your world the balanced place it needs to be. We said earlier to you that dark deeds and badness had now taken over your world and the balance has shifted, that it needs to be brought back to what it once was. Know that there are other ways this has to happen also. None of this now, though, as first we have to tell you more of what is to come in your world. The one who writes this for us is to suddenly be thrust into the world in a way she does not yet realise. And this is in order to spread our words even further afield. We are to help her with what she is to do, and now is just the start of all she's to do for us. There are things to happen that she will tell you of as we give her the words to spread to you all. Warnings will be given, but not all will be able to be prevented, as much of what happens is to occur. However, some of the things she is to tell you are to be in order for some to be saved when the time comes. It is also to happen so you can believe the words we give to her in this book are true. She will also be the one to give them to you so you know she is genuine in the work she has been chosen to do. Many will call her names and say she is a fake just like all the others are in your world. But we tell you now she will prove her worth when the time comes, and those who try to test her will be found wanting. None of your world can test those we decide to use, as this is not how things work. Those of you who talk of this and offer large sums of money make a mockery of what we do. This is not how it works, and it is not how we allow our mediums to be used. We are aware this is a word the one we use dislikes to use for herself, and we agree it is overused in today's world of yours by those who have no real understanding of what a real medium is who works with us. Those who often call themselves mediums are not actually talking with anyone or any beings of this world of ours, but are fooling themselves and others who listen to them. Take care, my friends, who you go to for advice, as there are many who will deceive you only in order to make money from you. There are many of them in the world, and very few who are genuinely working for us. By their fruits you shall know them, is what the one we use has been teaching others to listen to, and not many take heed of that warning, as they're too eager to hear anything that pleases them. We also tell you now that those who profess to come in our name and give words to you of comfort are liars. Yes, we use that word in anger at their deception, and it is only those of you who are very vigilant who will recognise these words that they give are nothing more than words from their own minds. God is angry. He is annoyed at what he watches in the world. He is upset so many today have no use of him in their lives. So many cast him aside and say there is no such thing. How sad are they, my friends? They too are to be pitied, as they are the ones who have nothing. They are the ones who believe themselves rich of your world, and yet in reality have nothing. Religion is what has made so many angry today, as they are not all led by leaders who are doing their job properly. Religion is something man has made his own, rather than for the one who created you all and the world you live in. Go back to the basics of your Holy Father's teachings, my friends, and listen to what it was he told you in his own words. Go back to those teachings and listen to what it was he said and told you to do. Listen well and take heed, for you are the ones who will make a difference to the world you live in. Look at your holy books, whichever they are to you, and see what was written before you. Those who mock are to be ignored, as you will listen and take heed, then act upon what you have read. We are here to help and guide, and so many ignore us when we come to them. So many talk of guides, and they know not what it is they're talking of. We are your guides, we who have important jobs to do to steer you on the straight and narrow. We who are to help you on the spiritual path that will take you where it is you are to be in this lifetime. Not all of us will be with you in your next lifetime, as others will come to take our place, but some of us will remain with you through several of your lives, as we have much to do with you. Others will be with you only once, but their job is equally as important. No one of us is better than another, and no one of you is either. Some of you have the gifts given to you in abundance, and others have them only slightly. There is much in your world that makes another envious of each other, and the worst of the things to be jealous over is the spiritual gifts, my friends. But so many today are jealous of others. The one who we work with now is on a very high level of ability and awareness. She is one of the higher ones of your world, and others are very jealous of what it is she does and how she does it. This is not how it should be. She once was just as you are, learning from the beginning, and not as gifted as she is now. Even in this lifetime she was very slow to start, and then we took her where she needs to be now for the work that lies ahead of her. She has no idea what this work is to entail, just as none of you have either. You think you know, but you cannot. It is not for you to know. It is for us to show you only when the time is right. When that time comes, be it in this life or another, when it happens you will fly, just as she is doing now. Many are to dislike her for her ability. Others will ridicule her. But none of this will matter, as we have been helping her get ready for this time, so we can use her to teach you all what it is that's to come. There are others like her in the world, and each has their own job to do. Hers is to teach and open up the minds of those that have until now remained firmly closed, and to guide others away from the ones who deceive them. We are to open doors for her to make this possible. Things will suddenly occur in her life that will surprise her when they happen, but she will cope. We have seen to that. Things are now to be made easier for her, so this work can continue without fear of great need as she has now. That is all to be taken care of, so she is free to do our work. That too will cause her problems when this happens, as some will say it has come by evil means and that she is as bad as the one she teaches against. That is not so. We are to open the way forward for her to enable her to do our work. For this to happen, she will need money to help her. We are to see money comes to her so she has no fear of where it will come from and could work as she would wish to. No more is needed on this, my friends, but we wish you to know that when she starts to work in earnest for us, we wish for you all to protect her and look after her against the enemies she is to find come at her from all angles. She will need those of you who heed our words to stand up and be heard, to defend not just her but also the words she is to speak and tell the world, for they are the words we are to give her to share with you all. When these things come to pass, remember what it is that we have told you. Already we have given her many words to tell to others, and we're pleased at her work, despite the hard things she has had to endure that many of you know nothing of. Her work is true and her work is of God. He is pleased with her, and he wishes for you to be pleased with her also. Enough for now about this matter. We have said what we needed to say on this subject and need say no more. For now that is enough, but then we need to tell you of what else it is that upsets us about your world today. We are so sorry that much of this has to be harsh, but it is due to the ways of the world you live in and how bad it's become. We will help you know and understand how you can help us with these things. You don't all have to be as the one who writes for us to be able to assist us in our work. There are many ways the people of the world can help. It's just they don't want to do it in those other ways, as it appears not to be glamorous. But the work is just as important, my friends, for without the lowliest, the highest cannot succeed. Each has their place, and each has their work, and each is as important as the other, even if it may not seem so in the eyes of the world looking on. No more for now on this. We will speak again. I apologise for what they've said about me. That's the chapter I'd like to cut, but I'm sorry.